This is Luke Iorio, and here's this week's Meaningful Moment. Hey there, I wanted to continue the dialogue that we've been having and even the experiment that we've been undertaking this month. Last week, I shared with you that as I paused, I went back and reflected once again on the closing question that I usually ask my guests, which is, what makes life and work meaningful to me? And in reflecting on that question once again, I had realized that what I've told my daughter for years was a much broader message. You see, as my daughter goes to sleep, I always ask her, "Hey, sweetie, where are you beautiful?" And she always replies, "Inside and out." Not only do I wish this for her to fully embrace that message as she grows up into the amazing woman that I know her to be, but it's also the life that I want. My meaningful way is to consistently create and evolve a life that is beautiful, inside and out, moment by moment, relationship by relationship, even thought by thought. So this month, as I've prioritized certain moments and experiences that I want to bring into my life right now and not wait for, like experiencing my son's first Yankee game with 3 generations of Iorios, or riding down the highway with the roof of my Jeep off, hair blowing everywhere and belting it out with the radio blaring, or just taking a moment to pause, a little longer than usual, to appreciate my wife. What I've realized is that I find myself using the phrase "a beautiful life" as a sort of mantra and a litmus test. You see, as a mantra, it recenters me. It gets me to connect to and to look for the beauty within this moment, as it already exists or as it can be created. Now, when I use it as a litmus test, it helps me guide my decisions about how I'm directing my life, this conversation, any relationship or otherwise, meaning I ask myself, how does the choice I'm about to make or the action I'm about to take fit into my image of a beautiful life? Now, that brings up 2 key things for me. First, when I use this does not mean that every moment or choice needs to lead to fun, enjoyment, peace, or happiness, that kind of beauty. Not at all. Some of the greatest beauty in life and in this world is honestly due to darkness or negative space that surrounds it. This is not meant to be some cheesy affirmation to make life all Pollyanna and whitewashed. Not at all. Second, it does mean that even in the times that going through the tough stuff, the hardships, the ugliness, I can still see the beauty, the meaning, the purpose within that experience, and I can see where it's leading me. Well, as I was reflecting on what a beautiful life looks like to me, I thought about beauty in work and in relationships and conversations and a whole host of areas of life. I also thought about what takes away from that beauty that's self-induced or just plain unnecessary. Like I said just a moment ago, for me, this isn't about looking at just the brighter side of life and seeing it as a Pollyanna. However, life does have some ugliness that is necessary for our growth, or at least, things that are outside of our control. So we have to look at our response to it. That's just part of the growing that we do through the course of our life. And then there's the ugliness that is within our control. It could be something as simple as complaining, venting with no intention of moving forward, gossiping, or it could be something that is much more like a painful situation, something that where maybe we've learned how bad something is for us, but we just don't have the confidence to pull away from it yet. Ugliness can take so many different forms within this life, but we have to identify when is it something that we actually have control over. And to do that, we need to take a look at our thoughts and our actions and our habits and ask, how does this move you toward or away from the life that you wish to have? This is how I approach it for myself. So one of the things that I regularly get faced with, that I look at with these questions, is honestly my ego. I do identify with the driver of significance. Now, most of the time, that driver is born from wanting to make a difference, wanting to matter, to contribute to a more meaningful and connected and beautiful world. And honestly, at other times, it can be my ego just screaming for attention. And as soon as I feel that need to be bigger than my previous self, or bigger than another person, or bigger than this moment, I know that my ego is engaged. It's both unnecessary and it becomes a distraction to serving, to making a difference in the way that I really truly wish to. At those moments, I turn to gratitude for what already is in my life, what is already there, making a difference in even just the smallest of ways. And I put my attention back on helping others shine, on helping their greatness be seen. Basically, I get the hell over myself. I stop thinking about how I'm making a difference, and I just go make a difference in even just some small way. All of this is born out of just those two successive questions for me. That first question was, what makes life and work meaningful to me? And as my answer is that it's a life that's beautiful inside and out, I then ask myself, so what does a beautiful life look like and sound like and feel like to me overall and in this very moment? When I reconnect to those questions and answers, it's so much easier to stay centered and navigate this journey we call life. The moments that I've been prioritizing this month are the ones that I believe connect me to my view of a beautiful life. And what I want to invite you to do is to consider that first question again. What makes life and work meaningful to you? And then after you start to get some clarity in your answer, put it in terms of creating a blank life, meaning fill in the blank. A what life? Is it a meaningful life for you? A fun life? Adventurous or joyous life? Is it a congruent life? A connected or heart-centered life? A great life? What is it for you? For me, a beautiful life holds the meaning that I'm connected to. But I would love to hear what it is for you. So do me a favor, hit me up on Facebook or on Twitter. I would absolutely love to hear from you and find out more about the meaningful life that you see for yourself and how you describe it in your words and from your eyes. So until our next meaningful moment together, much love.